Hi, I'm John Freitag. I'm with All American Hospice. Today I'm here with my friend Brenda Brolly. She's the Director of Sales and Marketing at Allegria of the Oaks in Ben Salem. But today we're here to talk about one of her creations as an artist, Toshi Travels. So Brenda, could you fill us in?
Hello.
What's Toshi?
So Toshi actually is a rag doll that my little sister made. She has an Etsy shop. She hand stitched her, as you can see, and I thought she was really cute. And she gave her to me for Christmas, and I happened to be going to Costa Rica shortly after that, and I took her with me because she makes these little lingerie dolls as well that go in your little like underwear drawer.
Yeah.
And I had one of these that looked like me, so I took it with me with the other doll, and I wound up posing her in these pictures. And then I started to put wires into her body so she could be bendable. And I thought, oh my gosh, this would be really cute because my residents, we do armchair travel a lot, and I can take her with me now. And I don't want my picture and my face in the
What's
picture, so I can use her.
what's Armchair Travel, Brenda?
So because our residents are kind of like, limited with their traveling and things like that, and they always talk about exotic places, we decided that every month we're going to travel to a different country. So we kind of build them up every week and do like cooking from that country, a little bit of culture, and then we would finish off with like a little slideshow that we would borrow from other people online. So now I use Toshi and do a slideshow with her pictures, and she's been to several countries. So I decided to make it into a book that I've illustrated, and then like an adult coloring in book, but it also can be used for kids because it's just going to be little basic fun facts about like their culture and their language and their food and their religion and stuff like that. So I used my residents as a guinea pig, and I did a slideshow presentation from our Budapest trip.
How'd they like it?
So they loved it. They absolutely loved it. So now I bring her in, and they think it's great because they like pose and have pictures with her. And like for Cinco de Mayo, she's got a little sombrero she can wear, and then they can wear a big sombrero and take pictures. So it just adds a little bit of fun to the element.
Right. You make all the outfits for it?
Well, my sister made the outfit for originally, and I studied Japanese, and I always have this thing where I wanted to go to Japan, and she kind of looks like she's Japanese. And so the first book about Toshi actually describes her and where she came from and how she got her name and why she loves to travel. So it's kind of more of a vague book, and then it's going to be a series. So every new book will be a different country or a different state, or sometimes a place. She just traveled to St. Mary's the other day to drop off some lunch for them.
That's awesome.
Because she's a little limited herself.
Right.
But she's got her own little passport. When we were in Budapest, I sought out a rag doll that would be the closest size to her, so I was able to dress her up like a traditional Hungarian person back in the day, a folk person, and all these people kept asking me where I bought her. It was really cute. So I thought this would be a great book. And so far it's been great, especially during coronavirus, because I've been throwing together some coloring in pages for the residents that they can do in their bedrooms, and then just like send them little pictures of her and having her wave from the window and things like that. And it's brightening the day.
You're creating all the coloring pages and all the artwork and everything like that. That's all you, right?
Yeah, it is. So it's it started with just photos, and then it kind of grew, and now it's watercolors mixed with like photocopies that are 3D looking of some of the money from the country she's been to, for example. Maybe little stamps from around the world that I can stamp on the pages and stuff like that. And we eventually want to have like little passports for our residents, so every time we go to an armchair travel country, they get the stamp.
That's cool. So like in your book, it would come with your own passport, and like I guess
yeah. So right now I've just got like this little passport that I got in Michael's, which is for dolls, so it worked out perfectly. And you can I still have to put a photograph, but you can put their details and stuff like that, and then the stampers will go on every page every time we go somewhere.
So maybe like each Toshi book would come with its own stamp that you could peel off and put on the passport.
Yes, and I down the line, I would like to be able to provide each facility where they can order a package, for example, with the series and a CD or some sort of software they could download with the printable coloring in books if they wanted them, the actual book with the illustration, and a doll with the first book. So then they can use the doll for the residents to pass around. And maybe like it'll come every month with a little suitcase with some little trinkets in there from the country and some stickers, just so they have visuals, because it's good to be able to touch things as well.
That's really neat. Here, you sent me the pictures here. Do you want me to share them right now and you can tell us what they are?
Sure.
So we're going to be looking at, what is this picture?
So this is an illustration of page 2 in the book, which actually is a description of how she came to be, actually. And it's cute because I can actually read a little bit of it, an excerpt of it, so you can kind of visualize as you're hearing what the description is. I'm just going to open it up here on my laptop. So the page that I sent you prior to that is the only illustrated page that's the first part of the book.
Okay.
That just talks about who she is and how she loves to travel and things about different countries. And then the next page that you just had up, if you want to put that one up. So basically, this page, the writing on the other side will say, I guess we should start out with how I came to be. I was lovingly hand-stitched and created by Whimsy Pim to add to her collection in her Etsy shop. However, when her big sister saw me, that would be me, she immediately fell in love with me. Since Whimsy Pim loved her sister so much, she packed me in a keepsake box and wrapped me in Christmas paper with a big, beautiful bow for her. I knew right away that my human and I were kindred spirits. She's an artist and loves adventure just like me. Together, we have so many interesting things to show and tell you. Make sure you bring your imagination along for the ride. So that's just kind of like how the book will be. And then the next page is, I guess you're wondering how I got my name. And then I started an illustration on that one.
Yeah,
you guys will be the first to see. So this is
sure,
kind of a little...
Right, I'm going to make you full screen so you can show that off here.
Okay. So this is going to be a page about her name and how she got it, because it means mirror image and she resembles me. And then there will be photographs of her actual trips inserted throughout the book. So that's her in Japantown, which is in San Francisco. So that's where we are with that. And I did do one page for the Armchair Travel to Budapest, just to give an idea of what it's going to look like, which I have not yet to upload, but it's going to be...
How many countries has Toshi been to?
She has been to Hungary, Costa Rica, Cayman Islands, Mexico. She's been to Philadelphia, obviously, New York, Florida. Ironically, she missed Ireland because I left her behind the last time I was there, but she will be there eventually someday.
Where's Toshi's next trip planned for?
I don't know yet. Her biggest, most adventurous trip that she is going to be going on will be Japan. That's on my bucket list for my 50th birthday, which is sooner rather than later. And my kids have promised to take me there, so she will definitely be there.
That'll be great. Does Toshi have a mask?
She is actually waiting for her mask to be produced by her aunt. But she does have a cute little pair of sunglasses, and my kids laugh at me because they think I'm crazy, but I want to get her a little backpack and a little camera and all those accessories and things like that, because it just makes it more fun. And, the residents really love it. And then also I used to be a preschool teacher, so my kids are actually using it for their classroom. They're doing Zoom classes. They're both teachers, and they're using it for their kids too. So you can modify it for adults or children. And, it's fun, especially for now, because travel's been kind of restricted, and it just kind of takes your mind off things and makes people more culturally, I think they just become more culturally aware and acceptable. And that's really important.
Awesome idea in general. And for residents at your facility, people who might have loved traveling before, now they're in a facility, they're not able to get out. I think this is good.
Yeah, it's actually really cool because one of my residents grew up in Austria, and she was like really excited to see it. She was like, oh my gosh, that's right near where I live. Maybe you could do one of Austria. So it definitely sparked interest. And then I'll show you some of the coloring in pages to show you how they kind of coincide with it.
Sure.
So
You're a little frozen on us, so let's just give it a second to catch up. And I'll put you back on full screen. That's so cool. Looks great. And what is that?
so that was her. She had a layover in Moscow, and then we were on our way to Budapest. So I thought it'd be cute to put her in with all the Russian dolls, and then it can be like a seek and find. And then I left some of the, sorry, I had to leave the room. I left some of the faces blank so that the residents could have a little fun and be creative themselves and draw their own faces on there and just give it a little bit of their personal touch.
Brenda, I don't know if we lost up. There you are. You're back. That's such a good idea. That's great. And she has an Instagram too, right?
She does. She does. Toshi, it's at Toshi.travels.
Awesome. At Toshi.travels. Cool. So I'm going to share the Instagram. Is there anything else that you wanted to share with everyone so they can check it out and watch this process unfold as you make the book and as you grow the idea more and put everything together?
Yeah, I mean, I would say I do post a lot of her things on our Allegri at the Oaks Instagram as well.
Okay.
And her Toshi Travels, and then my art Instagram is Torn Away Fine Art, because they all kind of are linked together at this point with it. Yeah, and then we're going to start a YouTube channel and then eventually work on like an app where the residents can take little quizzes about the countries and go over the things that they kind of learned, just to make it more fun and interactive.
That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to watch it happen. It's so cool, Brenda.
Thanks.
If anyone has any questions and wants to learn more about Toshi, feel free to reach out to Brenda, and I'll share the links and everything below. But thanks so much for taking the time, Brenda, and I look forward to learning more.
Yeah, thanks for including me.
Thanks. All right. Bye-bye.
Take care, everyone. Bye.